Hello, my loves, and welcome back to Along This Spiritual Journey. So, standards are something that I feel sets the tone of your own life, right? Like, I have the standard of I choose to take care of my skin. It's a daily routine. It's something I am obsessed with. I cannot not wash my face or moisturize my skin. Like, it's a part of my daily life. It's something that I created that brings me some sense of value and self worth. Because remember, we're all humans, we all desire it, we all crave it, and we're never going to get away from it. So instead of ragging on things that make me feel bad about myself or trying to find things to make me feel bad about myself, I find ways to rise my raise my own standards, right? I think that a lot of times people get their own feelings hurt by trying to live in accordance with other standards. And they look at, remember, all of media is a set tone of standard. Any commercial you see that's promoting something a certain way with a lifestyle attached to it, it's saying that this item is a standard of this type of living. You should buy it because it fits your identity, right? Like, that's how standards work. So, unfortunately, sorry to be that guy, if you don't take care of yourself, you instantly put yourself in a box of low standards. This is hygiene. This is taking care of your nails, men or women, taking care of your teeth, men or women, taking care of your skin, men or women, taking care at least of, if not your body, taking care of your diet. Because I always say this, you don't have to work out to be healthy, but you do have to eat good foods to be healthy, right? So set those standards, set the tone, because then it's going to literally put you in a higher vibrational state of what we say makes you have that confidence and stand out. It's one of those things where you see people with false sense of confidence and they either become mean girls or mean guys, and then they get rewarded for that because they're saying things and doing things that everyone wants to do on some level, but it's also just entertainment, and it also shows you that level of maturity of that group. That's a standard for that set of group. Remember, I work in marketing, so you already know there's a demographic for everything. Everything is picked apart. No one is special. There's a subgroup for all of you. So when you start seeing things roll past your FYP and you see things on TV and all this and in your area where you live, those are all standards, that are marketed to you of how someone thinks that you should present yourself. But here's the kicker. It's your choice to participate. You don't have to participate. You have a choice if you want to apply that standard to your life and become now that said culture and identity. Because what's happening is there's people who believe just because of their genitalia or just because of their skin color or nationality that they have to stick to the standards of their religion or their culture from which they came. Baby, you're a human. We're all humans. I don't care how much we make up rules. I don't care how much we make up math and science. I don't care what we say we can prove until we say we just found something new that we didn't know we could disprove. We are humans first. Always. Don't forget it. Okay? And the standard of living for the human is we need water, we need air, and we need exercise or activity of some sort because we are not sedentary beings. We are meant to be moving around. That's why we have different levels of mobility and articulation of our body, right? Set the tone, you make the standard. The standard becomes your belief system. The standard becomes how you present yourself, which is then the identity that others pick up on. The one thing that I've noticed, especially on this app, is this great debate between what men bring to the table and what women bring to the table. I don't care what anyone believes. I feel as I'm an expert for both, because as a gay man, I've been with all of you. And as a tall man, I've had the privilege of watching everyone melt at my whim just because I'm tall. So I learned really quickly that that was a standard, right? It didn't matter who the person was, Didn't matter how much money they had, didn't matter how smart they were. Instantly, oh, you're big. Oh, I respect you. Oh, I don't know who set that tone. I have no idea who created that standard. I don't mind it. But I'm telling you right now, it is a weird world to live in when you're tall and people just kiss your butt for absolutely no reason, even if you don't deserve it. Why do you think you have so many man children? If they're tall enough, they already know it doesn't matter what the woman makes or does or how smart she is, because she'll be dumb for his height and dumb for his D, and same for the guys. They'll be dumb for body parts too. None of that stuff matters. That is a standard of living for a subculture, right? If someone wants a BBL, that is a subculture belief of what they think they need. That's not everyone's belief. I'm not dissing them. I'm just saying that's a standard. Some guys like sports and they like to be jocks and all this stuff. That's a standard of living when it's applied to what's the word I'm looking for? A hobby, an interest, whatever. You don't have to like sports just because you're a boy. You don't have to love fashion because you're a woman or a gay man. These are standards that are just applied already to that cultural demographic or their identity of the majority of us enjoy this interest. And the standard is if you want to be a part of the group, you can do this thing too. Those are choices, okay? All I know is at the end of the day, I choose how I participate with the world by the standards I create for myself. So if I know that I'm a clean cut guy who takes care of my health and takes care of my mind and takes care of my emotions, then that's the tone I set for the standard of people and that I want around me. No, not all my friends are the cleanest, but their minds are clean, right? Their actions are clean, their emotions are clean. That part I can respect. That is at least the bare minimum standard. I can't force you to take care of your body, but you're going to have to take care of your mind and your emotions if you're going to be in my world. And that is the tone that I set. Anyone has the ability to do this, especially when it comes to dating. I do not understand this woe is me crap where like guys are getting mad at women and the sprinkle lady for saying exactly what men say they like, right? They go out and do all this work to do stuff that they think you like. And then if you don't like it, well, fine, they like it. And then you get mad if you don't meet the standard of what they want because you didn't put in the same amount of work they put into themselves. How does that make sense? Make it make sense. I literally just talked to a dude we got on video. I put on a nice shirt, made sure I took my hat off and looked good. You know what he showed up in? A raggedy t-shirt pulled down and hair not cut and everything else. And here's the problem. You can see the defeat in his face from all the other people who probably didn't give him the time of day. And then when he met me, he was, oh, I'm sorry. No, you're not. You set the standard too low. You created that standard for yourself. That's not my fault, but guess what? Now I'm not interested because you already told me that you're not ready and you don't want to do the work. I'm sorry, but if you want something out of life, you have to create standards for yourself first. Create the standards of basic human needs, and then after that, you go on the standards of your basic inner child's emotional needs and requirements, and then you go to your next level of logical needs and requirements. This is how you get to practical choices. This is how you get to a level of wisdom because now you're not reliant on other people's standards of how you're supposed to act, talk, be. So then when you go out and interact with others, you're not getting your feelings hurt because they're like, oh, well, you can't sit with us. And you're like, that's all right. I'll go sit over there. You know what I mean? And they'll be looking at you like, oh, wow, he don't care to fit in. They don't care to fit in. They have standards. Learn them, love them, implement them. Definitely practice them, but implement them, okay? I hope that makes sense. Love you. Mwah.